Welcome back, everyone. Today we're diving into the cinematic masterpiece that is Lake Placid. Because who doesn't love a good old-fashioned giant crocodile movie, right?
Oh joy, another creature feature. Just what I needed to brighten my day. Come on, Oscar. You know you love these cheesy horror flicks. Oh, absolutely. Nothing says quality entertainment like a prehistoric reptile terrorizing a small town. And let's not forget the stellar acting and groundbreaking special effects. Truly a film for the ages.
Lake Placid, proof that even in the 90s, people thought it was a good idea to swim in a lake with a giant reptile. So, for those of you who haven't seen it, Lake Placid is a 1999 horror comedy about a giant man-eating crocodile terrorizing a small lake in Maine. Sounds like a blast, right? It's got everything. Suspense, laughs, and a whole lot of croc-stomping action.
Oh, absolutely, because nothing says fun like a prehistoric reptile munching on unsuspecting swimmer. And let's not forget the star-studded cast, including Bill Pullman, Bridget Fonda, and Betty White. Yes, you heard that right, Betty White.
And let's not forget the stellar acting. Betty White steals the show as the sassy old lady who feeds cows to the croc. Classic.
She's the real MVP of this movie.
Let's talk about the characters. First up, we have Jack Wells, played by Bill Pullman. He's the local game warden who's just trying to keep everyone safe.
Because nothing says qualified like a guy who looks perpetually confused.
And then there's Sheriff Keel, as your typical small-town lawman, who looks like he'd rather be anywhere else.
And then there's Hector, the guy who thinks it's a good idea to swim with a giant crocodile. Genius. And then there's Kelly Scott, played by Bridget Fonda. She's a paleontologist who gets roped into the chaos. And of course we can't forget about Betty White as Mrs. Bickerman, the eccentric old lady who feeds the croc. Classic.
Oh, absolutely. Betty White steals every scene she's in. Her character is hilarious and completely unbothered by the giant croc in the backyard.
They're like the Avengers, but with less superpowers and more mosquito bites. The characters are a bit cliche, but they make the movie fun. Plus, the banter between them is pretty entertaining. Now let's talk about the real star of the movie, the crocodile. Or should I say, the animatronic puppet that looks like it came straight out of a theme park ride. It's true, the special effects haven't aged well, but that's part of the charm, right?
Definitely, the croc may not be most realistic, but it sure knows how to make an entrance. And let's not forget the epic showdown at the end.
Spoiler alert, the croc loses. Shocking, I know.
The action scenes are where the movie really shines. The croc is huge and the attacks are both terrifying and hilarious.
Terrifying, more like laughably fake. But hey, that's what makes it a cult classic. The suspense is real though. You never know when the croc is going to pop up next. It's like playing a game of Where's Waldo, but with more teeth.
Now let's talk about our favorite moments. For me, it's got to be the scene where Hector tries to hypnotize the croc. Spoiler alert, it doesn't go well.
My favorite is when the croc leaps out of the water and comes down on a helicopter. Because you know that's totally realistic. I love the part where Mrs. Bickerman admits to feeding the croc her late husband. Dark humor at its finest.
So what's the final verdict? Personally, I think Lake Placid is a fun, if not ridiculous, ride. It's perfect for a movie night with friends.
If by fun you mean a waste of 82 minutes, then sure. Oh, Oscar, lighten up. I give it 3 out of 5 otter paws. It's not a masterpiece, but it's entertaining.
I agree. 3 out of 5 otter paws from me, too. What about you, Oscar?
Fine. I'll give it 2 out of 5 otter paws, but only because of Betty White.
In all seriousness, Lake Placid is a fun watch if you're in the mood for some cheesy horror and good laughs.
Just don't take it too seriously. It's all in good fun. And remember, folks, always check your lake for giant crocodiles before taking a swim. You never know what might be lurking beneath the surface.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more hilarious reviews and utterly entertaining content.
And let us know in the comments what movie we should review next. We're always up for a good laugh. Until next time, stay safe and stay entertained.